Okay, I couldn't resist. I needed to do Elf on the Shelf. I mean, this guy's so cute. Anyways, we're gonna start with Elf on the Shelf with the face. So we're gonna make, let's make an oval, but we're gonna add to it. We're gonna be putting a chin in there and stuff. Okay, so he's got an oval, but at the bottom part, let's make this come down and we're gonna give it a little chin here. Okay, because he's got a little character on here. So you can erase there because we want it to go down a little bit. And then, right, so we got the middle part here. Okay, so on that line, we're gonna make his cute eyes. They're gonna be, looks like rainbows, but they're gonna come up a bit, and the bottom, it's gonna come down. So we've got the rainbow. So we'll do the same thing on this one. And we're having him look that way. So you want to put his shiny in there and then black pupil. Cute. Okay, same thing on this side. Oh, we've got to name our elf. I'm going to name my elf. What does he look like? I'm just gonna name him Shep, because that was my nickname. There we go, got his little nose. Oh, he's got these little eyelashes, but they're just two. 1, 2. 1, 2, that's it. And his eyebrows, just lines on either side. And his mouth, he just got a very mischievous, oh, I've got jokes today. Mischievous mouth. Look at him, looking mischievous. So everybody knows the rules, or most people do, on these elves. So the rules are, number 1, we just have 4 simple rules, that's it. So he has his ears sticking out here. Number 1, do not touch or he will lose its powers. Okay, so you can't touch it. When it comes, you can't touch it. All right, so now we're gonna do his hair. So he has his hair coming right off of this little line here. It's gonna come like this. See how it swoops like that? And then you're gonna swoop it back. But we're gonna have his hair actually come over. So you see how that line is? So you wanna erase in there. And then he's got this cute side hair. Comes down and it's gonna come over. So you can erase in there. Rule number 2. You can talk to me or you can talk to the elf, but the elf won't talk back, but the elf is listening. Okay, so this side we're just gonna go like this. Okay, so now we got his hair, and now we've got his hat too. Oh, let's do his little ear here. Bloop. So his hat, we're just gonna make a line across like this. And then we're just gonna bring it down behind his ear. This one's go behind the ear, can't really see it. All right, rule number 3. Elf wants you to write to Santa so the elf can bring the letter to Santa. Oh, pretty good deal. There you go. So it's gonna go up and to go down. And last rule, be kind to everyone. Oh, that's a good rule. That should be just year round. Just be kind to people. Cute. We don't need this center line anymore. You can get rid of that. Look at our elf coming along. So cute. Little Shepster. All right, so now we're gonna put its collar. So coming out of his neck, you're gonna put one on one side and on the other side. And then we're gonna be putting the jagged edge. You're just gonna go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. There you go. And then now we have his body. So it's just gonna come out of here. It's gonna be almost like a bell. And it curved at the bottom. Beep. Simple body, but it works. And then for his arms, they look like two, they're like long rods or olives. So we have 1, and then we have 2. So we're gonna do that same thing on this side. 1, 2. Actually, I think this one went all the way down. Okay, we have 2 arms. So in here, we want to erase in there, and you're just gonna put a line across, kind of like, it's where it's sewn together. Bloop, bloop. And then down at the bottom here, let's cut off the arm, because we're gonna be putting in his hands in there. Well, it's like gloved hands. So all they are is just gonna be bloop. He has his hands like on a shelf here, because he's an elf on a shelf. All right, so my one of my best friends, her elf, oh my goodness, her elf would do the most crazy things. And she sent me pictures of the elf and all the crazy stuff that elf would do. That elf would do crazy things, get into all sorts of trouble. So these are his legs. He's on a shelf. So if you want to draw a shelf in there, you can. So it looks like he's on the shelf. And then we have a line across here. If you want to use a ruler, that's recommended, because you can get a straight line. All right, so we're gonna do like kind of like a jagged bloop, bloop, bloop line across. And then he has one leg's coming in front. So you're just gonna go like this. We'll just do one oval like this. And then his legs are gonna come off of that. So there we have an oval. And then his legs, which we will erase coming off of that. So we're gonna erase that. All right, it is after I Sharpie. I've got some jokes for you, so stay tuned. So you can tell them to other people. Also, I just made it look like he kind of had those little burst marks of magic bink, coming out there. All right, so time to magically Sharpie. Okay, it is double Sharpie time. All right, it is Sharpie time. Eraser time. All right, I've got my colors here. So starting with the face, peach, 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 coloring the whole thing in peach. Oh, you wanted the jokes, I bet. You're waiting. So what was the name of the girl elf on the shelf? Mischievous. Perfect name. But mine's a dude, so I can't call my dude that. Mr. In Trouble. Okay, and then I'm going to take tan and then go around the edge here. And I'm going to go around its eyes. Just makes the eyes pop out when you go around the eyes. Might go on his chin a little bit more. Yeah, cutie pie. A little pink on the cheeks. Never hurt anybody, just made everybody happier. Oh, one more joke. What is the elf on the shelf's favorite subject? Spelling. Yeah, because the elf gets in trouble. I made little rosy cheeks on it. All right, I used, actually this is the wrong, oh, it is brown, regular brown. Use a regular brown for its hair because he's got that dark hair. So you're just gonna color it in, and then you wanna color in around the outside harder and the bottom harder. Same thing right here. Super job. And if you want to press harder, right around the edge of the Sharpie and the bottom part. Give it something a little bit more oomph to him. All right, he's got these cute blue eyes, which I'm gonna color harder at the top, and as you get down, light, hard at the top, and then light at the bottom. And then you're gonna take your gray and just go along the edge here just a little bit to give it a shadow under there. And of course, you're gonna do a little bit of gray just around here so it looks more three-dimensional. I'm gonna go around his hairline. And a little bit on the sides here, and then bring it in lightly. And his gloves have a little bit of gray in them, not much. And the rest is going to be red. So you're just gonna get your red. Is this even red? It doesn't even say this is red. This is like an orange. Let's see if I can find like an actual red. Is this? That's orange red. Come on, where's it? Oh, here it is. La 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 la. Red. Just red. That's what I want. I don't want any old fancy orange red. I just want red. So I'm just going to show you what I did is I colored the whole thing in red. And then on the edges, you're going to press down harder. And of course along here, harder. And the same thing in this guy right here. So you're gonna color that whole thing in. And then what I do is I'm gonna take my brown and I'm just gonna go around the edge right here to give it more of a shadow. I'm not gonna use black because that's kind of harsh. Brown is more the same tones. And you're gonna end up doing the same thing down here. So when we color in this red, you're gonna color in here harder and along the edge here harder. And then you're gonna come in with your dark brown, and then you wanna go along the edge to make it really, so there's like a shadow in there. You see how I did that? Same thing on this side. And then under here, harder for the shadow. Okay, if it doesn't fill in all the way, go a different direction. So I'm going a different direction to try to fill in some of those white. You see how it's filling it all in? Trying to make it more solid. And then on the edges, you want to make harder. And then we'll come in with brown, just like we did over in the other ones. And you're gonna go underneath its collar with brown to give it that shadow under there, on the sides with brown. This side brown, and then same thing over here. So I'm gonna let you guys finish that. I gave it a green background and a brown shelf, and I just put a yellow underneath, but you guys can do any colors you want. I hope you enjoy your elf on the shelf and have an amazing day.